Hello, my name is Deborah. Welcome back to another Kobo Toast vlog. So I took my knitting stuff to the laundromat again, and I mean, it's a really good way to spend the time, so I might be doing that more and more. And while I was there, I started my swatching for my new project, which I've shared before, is the Aegyo Sweater by Aegyo Knit. So last night I purchased the pattern and just read over it just a little bit, not too much. I've noticed that I don't really like to read over the patterns that much. I just kind of look through it and then I start, and because I do that, I'll mess things up and then I'll have to unravel and start over all the time. So I think it's like a good practice to really like study up before I start, which I just tend not to do, you know? So this is what I'm working on for the gauge swatch. So I think I might just unravel this and start on the sweater, because I don't really like to keep gauge swatches because I want that yarn, because I mean, I guess I'm gonna feel like I'm gonna run out of yarn all the time. So I don't want to have it just be a swatch and be nothing, you know? I want it to be usable, so I'm not gonna wash it is what I'm saying. But yeah, I'm gonna unravel this pretty much and then get started on the sweater. I haven't had lunch yet. I think I'm gonna eat first. I'm gonna get pretty hungry. I'm getting hungry right now as I speak. So I'm gonna eat lunch first and then we'll get started on my new sweater. Yay! Ta-da! I have my little stitch markers dangling. So I've been using this little crochet bag for one little skein of yarn, and just like some needles that I might be using in here. And I really like the size of it to like just carry around easily, you know? And this crochet bag I did not make. My aunt made it for me, which is pretty cool. She's in California, so she made it for me. And I mean, I never really got to see her anymore because when I was living in California, I used to see her all the time, but I moved when I was younger, so I hadn't seen her in a long time. And she bought this when she came over for my wedding. So yeah, I'm putting it to really good use. Also, I think you might be able to see my hand bruise a little bit better than before. Yeah, that is a bruise. It's like in that stage where it's a little bit darker, but it doesn't hurt as much. So it's getting better, and that's why I'm knitting again. I only took like a day or two break. Probably like one day. But yeah. So look at this. Isn't that cool? This is the back of the sweater. The neck is downwards. It's going, yeah, it's upside down. But that's the back of the sweater. So we went from this to this, and I just got to thinking and contemplating a lot because I was not liking how loose the stitches were. So I decided to frog the whole thing. And yeah, that's a lot of work undone, but you know, I want my perfect sweater. I want my sweater to be perfect, so I am willing to put in the work. So I ended up unraveling everything last night and starting over, and because of that, I couldn't just go to sleep. I had to do a little bit. So I have finished all the increases for the shoulders, and then I just have to just keep going back and forth. But yeah, because of that, I slept very late. And it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. I shouldn't have stayed up that late, but I just wanted to get to this point, you know? So I unraveled everything and got back to here. So I'm just gonna work on this. I think it will still take me some time to even move on to the front of the sweater, because this is the back and it pretty much has to go all the way down to like under your armpit. So that's gonna take some time. The change that I made was that I was using a 6.5 millimeter needle, but I just switched to 5 millimeters because I don't have 5.5 or 6. So I just thought it was too big. Like the needles were just too big. And so I'm trying to knit a little bit more loosely on a 5 millimeter because I think that if I did it tightly, I think it might be a little too tight and the sweater might just size down fully. I don't really want that. I do want like an oversized fit. So yeah, I'm gonna work on this tonight and show you how far I got at the end.
It's a mouse. It's just the brand. I think it's called Razor.
So that is it for the back for now. I'm gonna pick up stitches for the front now. This is how it looks. And the back actually looks really nice too. This would be the inside. Yeah. Another progress check-in. I only got this far after picking up the stitches on my left shoulder. But yeah, I did start the cables here. But I think I'm just gonna leave it at this for now because I am looking at the pattern on my phone and my phone is dying, so I'm charging it. Can't really look at the pattern right now, so I'm just gonna leave it here and kind of just take a little break for the night and get back to this tomorrow. So I've been knitting a little more and working on these little cables here. I'm not liking the stitch definition though. It's like almost non-existent. I don't know what I did. Maybe I twisted some of these when I was twisting, not twisting, what is it? Doing the cables. I might just unravel and do them again because they're just so like blobby, you know? They're not so defined as they should be, so I don't know. Yeah, I think I'll do it again. So I think I know what's going on here. The stitches are super not defined because I did see complaints about the pattern for this one, that people think it's very unintuitive and stuff, and I do see why, because there are some things that are explained a little too much and then some things that are just not explained a lot, and so you pretty much have to figure out a bunch of things on your own. So if you are planning on buying this pattern, just be aware. It's not easy. It's not easy because the pattern doesn't really make it easy for you. You have to just like figure things out just by looking at it. So what happened here was pretty much every other row. So like when you flip it to the back, it sounded like the pattern was saying keep doing the half fisherman rib for the whole row, because they never mentioned anything about like not doing that just for the cables, but I don't think you're supposed to be doing that for the cables. That's why when I was doing it at first too, I was just like, that feels weird. That feels weird because that's what the pattern was telling me to do. And now that I look at it, I'm like, yeah, I don't think it was supposed to be like that. It was probably just like purl all the way across or something, you know? So I'm gonna have to start over with the cables. Yeah, a lot of people for the reviews for this pattern were like, yeah, this was like 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Very unintuitive. Lots of like, I did a lot and then I had to unravel a lot, and then yeah, lots of those. So just be aware if you're going to purchase this pattern as well. So yeah, I just fully started over again, and it just looks like you just have to look at the chart and follow what the chart says more than what the written thing says. But I don't know, is it just me, or should they at least say from here on out, just look at the chart, you know? There was no mention of chart or anything, so I don't know. Is it just me, or should I have just gone with the chart from the beginning? Don't know. But I guess now I'm okay. So I'm gonna continue on and see where I get today. So here it is. This is how it's supposed to be. Fixed stitch definition there. You can see the cabling. That's how it's supposed to be. I'm almost done with my left side, left shoulder side, and then I'm gonna move on to the right shoulder side and then connect it. Yeah, that looks good. So I'm at the point now where I'm finally about to join both front and back together, and I'm about to start working in the round. So here, I'm gonna try it on. Ooh. It's so cute. I hope the fit is like nicely oversized, even though I sized down with my needles a lot. So yeah, so it's looking great. So far I've been seeing a lot of errors in the pattern, at least for the English translation. Yeah, there's just a lot that you have to figure out on your own, and just clear errors also. So just letting you guys know if you want to try this pattern out. And the other thing about this yarn I'm using, it's so nice because it's this is so light, and this is why it's called Drops Air, right? Because it's airy and light. So I'm very happy that the finished sweater, I think, is also going to be really light, which that is what I want, because with all these cables, I don't want it to be heavy, but I don't think it will be, so that's great. I think tomorrow or maybe next couple of days, I'm gonna get started on finishing up the body, which actually that might take a long time because if I'm working in the round, yeah, this still took me like a couple of days to do, like the front and back and stuff. If I work in the round, it's gonna start getting longer very slowly. So yeah, look at how pretty. Maybe I'll do the neck before I go further on the body. But it's really pretty. Here we are. I have connected the front and back and did like 6, 7 rows or so, but since my circular needles are only 80 centimeters, it's going to squish down and wherever I'm knitting right here, so it'll probably be the same width as the top, but it'll just look like this. But I am thinking about maybe doing the neck first, like finishing up the neck first. I am definitely going to secure these very, very soon. I have all of these little yarn thingies hanging out, and I don't like how unsecure they are, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna think about doing the neck ribbing first before I continue on, because this whole body part, it's gonna take me a long time, I can tell. I'm on my 3rd ball of yarn right now, and I think, yeah, I have 10, so 7 left. Body is just gonna be probably another 3 or so more, because I think it's gonna be at least double of what I already have right now. So that's where I'm at. Look how good it looks. I love it. We're going on a family trip. Missed you too, Kobo. Toast. Oh, bye. So we just got back from our trip and I'm really glad I took all my knitting stuff in this little bag. This bag was from a YouTube tutorial. It's like flip it inside out and it's like a little cute little frog. And this size was perfect for all the stuff I had. So here's how far I got during the trip. Man, the last ball of yarn that I started using during the trip was a tangled mess. It was so hard. It got very annoying. But here, so before, I think it was like right about here or so. And then now this is about like covering my rib cage length. And yeah, I don't know if it really looks like a lot. I still have a long way to go. Maybe almost like a whole third or double more than what I have so far. But I mean, look at it. It's turning out beautiful. Yeah, just the body, this whole body part, the length that I want it, it's gonna take forever. This is gonna take another like a week or two. And then I still have arms to do, so yeah, it's a long, long project when you start a sweater. I don't think I'll be able to finish this by Thanksgiving, but if I do, I'm definitely wearing this for Thanksgiving. So that was another week or 2 weeks of knitting, and I'm going to finish off this vlog here. So thank you everyone for watching. Stay tuned for the finishing of this Aegyo sweater. It's so pretty. I love the yarn. And thanks for watching, everyone. See you next time. Bye.